This thing's gonna be good. Hey guys, Brian from Motor One. I am sitting in a Kimera EVO37, which is I wouldn't really call it a resto mod because it's a whole new thing. It is a recreation of the original Lancia EVO37, but it's better in every way, and I think it's way faster, and I'm about to drive it, so come join me. Let's talk about the engine. The engine is actually pretty much blueprinted from a Delta S4 Stradale. What that means is it's a 4-cylinder with a supercharger and a turbocharger. So it's twin charged, and I don't think I've ever been in a car that sounds like this. You get the whine from the supercharger, but you also get the blow-off valve or spooling noise from the turbocharger. One of my favorite parts of the interior is there's separate boost gauges for the supercharger and the turbocharger. So you can actually see when it switches over how the boost drops off one and falls into the other. It's super cool. So the engine makes 505 horsepower in its best tune. There are 3 maps here, one for around 300 horsepower, one for around 400 horsepower, and the full kill mode, which is 505 horsepower. It's getting all of that to the rear wheels via Graziano 6-speed, which is actually the same 6-speed you'll find in the Lamborghini Gallardo and the Audi R8. So what do you know? And it feels exceptional here. The gearbox is super like notchy and short. Like, oh my goodness, like you can shift so fast. The shifter itself is actually incredible. It's so quick, and you don't have to worry about whether you're gonna miss a gear or not, because it slots right into it. It's so satisfying. Big automakers, take note, this is how you do a good gearbox. You don't need to spend $1 billion to get a gearbox to feel like this. Everything in this car feels super tight. Like, there's no like looseness in the steering. There's no looseness in the chassis. The chassis feels like super like well put together. It feels like a one cohesive piece of engineering. The clutch is insanely heavy. It reminds me of weirdly an F40 clutch. Yeah, this thing has no qualms about being called like a race car for the road. I hate to use that term, but man, it looks insane going down the road because the proportions are exactly the same. It doesn't look like anything's changed from EVO37 to this thing. Everything is super short. The clutch pedal, the brake pedal, the shifter is like maybe like a couple of centimeters between gears. My inside has been very well thought out. Tons of Alcantara, tons of carbon fiber. These fixed buckets are excellent. Feels great. Great to sit in. The seating position is excellent. I could see everything. Lots of modern stuff on the dash. The gauges are easy to read. There's a screen in the center. It actually has Apple CarPlay. It's unbelievable how usable this thing is. There's a camera in the rear view mirror. There's no sound deadening. The monocoque just tells you everything that's going on. The gearbox is super loud. The engine is super loud. That being said, I love every second of it. I'm not complaining at all. This thing is excellent. Truly excellent. Oof. Man, does it sound good. The seats are super stiff, and that would stop me from doing a real road trip in this car, but other than that, oh man, is it good. This car might seem a bit intimidating to some people, and considering how loud it is, how relatively stiff it is, I don't blame them, but once you actually get behind the wheel, it's a super easy, super approachable car. I'm heel towing, I'm matching revs. What I like about a car like this is when it's done right, you don't have to worry about a thing. Everything works, everything turns on, the car functions as it should. It's a normal car. Might as well be a Miata when it comes to how it runs. Sure, it's a little race car-y, and you have to account for that on the drive line and the suspension and the brakes, but other than that, it's no different than a Ferrari. And I would much rather have this than any new Ferrari on sale. God damn, this thing is excellent. It wants to dance around on you, but again, it's not scary. Wow, listen to that. Oh my goodness. Is this car worth $680,000? Houses are worth $680,000. But in this realm, with cars like this going for $1.2, $1.3 million for, singers and the like, I mean, it's kind of a bargain. I hate to say it. Given how it's so unique in the space, I'd say it's worth it. It's rare. It's special. It feels like nothing else on the road. It has a manual transmission, a good manual transmission. It sounds incredible. It looks awesome. What more can you want in your rally-inspired resto mod? I could drive this thing for days, and I just might.